This month, Taurus, Spirit's asking you to cultivate trust in yourself in order to manifest a great vision that you have. I'm getting the sense that you have to make a transition, and it's not necessarily easy to leave one place, situation, dynamic, and go to an unknown, especially for a fixed sign, fixed earth. Something courageous is developing for you. Are you ready to grab it? And if you're not, Spirit and I are both here to help you grab the reins. And that's what they're saying. Hey Taurus, welcome to Zero's Journey. I'm Madeline, if we haven't met before. And here on this channel, we use a compass of courage, curiosity, compassion, and creativity to get where we're trying to go by being exactly where the fuck we are. And that whole little intro, my whole little spiel, couldn't be more apt than it is for you. And with the message that Spirit is giving me before I even turn on this camera, Spirit is talking a lot and talking fast. And we're going to get into your tarot reading in just a second. But I always offer at the beginning of the reading an orientation point for the month, something that Spirit wants you to come back to again and again if you're wondering how to proceed or, what flavor of action to take. This month, Taurus, Spirit is asking you to come back to trust. So you can see we have a moth. We have the reflection of a moth on here. And the reason that they're using a moth is it has some of the same transformative symbology as a butterfly, right? They go through the same pupil, chrysalis, emerge a new creature type of transformation. But moths have a very unique way of traveling. Trust. How am I going to get from this place that I know, at least this is the devil I know, right? Whatever's going on here, I can handle. This next thing, I don't know. I may want it really badly, or I may feel, this instinctual or intuitive pull, but my mind maybe is telling me why it's not going to work, or etc. Moths orient themselves by the moon. And it's funny because the term is they choose a fixed trajectory based on where the moon is. So they orient themselves and then they go their own way. So Taurus, you're known for going your own way. Yes, Fleetwood Mac is totally playing in my head right now. You're known for going your own way. Spirit is asking you to trust the vision. Part of trusting the vision is, the trust part comes in where you don't know what all the steps are. You don't know exactly how you're going to get there or how that's going to work. But if you feel the pull towards something, if you orient yourself to your moon, your magic, your vision, and trust yourself and cultivate that trust with yourself. How do you cultivate trust with yourself? We can talk more about it. We're going to get into your cards in just a second. But I can give you this very simple, straightforward method to start with. When you feel something like, we don't have a hard time feeling happy or feeling content or feeling peaceful. We have a hard time feeling uncomfortable or resentful or angry or whatever, the not socially acceptable emotions. The next time you feel one of those socially unacceptable emotions, accept yourself. You don't have to tell anybody else anything. But it's like, oh, when they just said that, I felt extremely resentful. I may not even know why or if that's appropriate or fair to feel that way, but I'm totally going to acknowledge that I feel that way. I'm going to dissolve a partition between me and myself, because any partitions between me and myself, they cut off my intuition, they cut off my instinct, which are two different things, right? Instinct is like intelligence without analysis. It's like below the neck intelligence, right? And then that intuition is that soul deep, oh, we've been here a few thousand or 100 or whatever times before, and our higher self has a much broader vision, and maybe don't fuck that guy. That type of thing. Okay, Taurus, we're gonna get into your cards. Spirit is talking. So cultivating trust in yourself, listening to yourself, not gaslighting yourself. I shouldn't be feeling this way. I need to get over it. No, you need to get into it. Spirit's being punny, but it's true. Okay, so Taurus, let's look at February. Let's look at the story of your month. Spirit, what do you want to share with Taurus people in the month of February for their highest good. We are seeking their greatest sense of joy, peace, abundance, pleasure, love, security. Spirit, what does Taurus need to know in the month of February in order to create the future that they desire? How can they trust and move toward their vision of something beautiful, comfortable, safe, fulfilling? And I'm really hearing that word, fulfilling, fulfilling, fulfilling. If it's not fulfilling, it's not gonna fucking fill you up. That's just what they're saying. I know that they're being funny, but like, if you feel empty anywhere in your life, Spirit is saying fill that place with yourself, because then you will fill it with the thing that you think that you want. You know, like, for example, if you feel, I want a partner or whatever, fill that place with your love, and someone will come to take up that place. Wow, Spirit just threw a card out. I'm pretty sure I know what it was. It flipped through the air as it went down, but it landed face down, so I'm going to leave it there. And we'll see. And I'll let you know if it popped up in your reading. Spirit, just a couple more for Taurus, please. What do they need to know this month? Elements of the past, the present, the trajectory toward the future for Taurus. You got some bonus cards here, Taurus. In the month of February, Spirit, what do they need to know for their highest good? Let's go. There you are at the center of your reading. Look at you, Taurus. Page of Earth, beautiful. Trust. Holy shit. Okay. They orient themselves by the moon, eh, Taurus? Do they? They orient themselves by the moon. You are getting a masterclass in trusting your intuition and moving with it. Holy shit, Taurus. Holy shit. Okay. Wow. Change is coming. And it feels like, it feels necessary. It feels almost like a decluttering of your energy, which I really like. Let's come to the center of your reading. You have a great reading, by the way. I tend to be a reader who leans into the friction because I'm here for transformation and restructuring and repair. I'm a Plutonian motherfucker. But you have a sweet, sweet, sweet reading here. Page of Pentacles, center, crossed by the Lovers. So Page of Pentacles, keeping a beginner's mind, a student's mind, looking into what it is that you are curious about, investigating it. I'm also feeling some of you are getting invitations to something very, very interesting. I mean, it's like no wonder that Spirit's talking about trust and making this transition and going from one thing to another. It's like this could be a job offer. This could be an offer that leads to money, even if it's not a straight up job offer. Like, hey, do you want to come on my podcast? Or hey, do you want to be on this thing together or whatever? Of course, this is a good time to remind you, Taurus, these are general readings, so I get quite a few messages. If you ever want to go deeper, the ways to do that are in the little info box. But regardless of where this invitation is coming from, all Taurus people are being asked to keep an open mind, which is one of the symbol of the pages, right? If you were coming through as a king, it'd be like, you already know, you don't have anything, necessarily to learn right now, be in your mastery. This is like, yeah, you know plenty, and there's always lots to learn and to be open to. And the Lovers represents a very exciting choice and a diverging paths. So, one of the examples I like to give people when we're looking at the Lovers is, let's pretend that you're single, first of all. And let's pretend that tomorrow, you're out picking up coffee or groceries or whatever. And you get behind somebody in line and they turn and crack a charming joke, and they are just the most like physically attractive, energetically attractive, you all hit it off, it's great conversation, you're soulmates, it's done. Like, y'all both feel that way, oh my god, never thought this could happen to me, done. tomorrow. Then you get a call from your favorite city in the world offering you your dream location, dream abode, dream job, but you would have to move and your new soulmate would have to stay here, wherever here is. It's like a divine, amazing, beautiful choice, but the choice is like implicit. Like we can't do both, right? Like the word decide has Latin roots, and the Latin roots mean to cut off. So to decide something is to say, not this. And now Spirit is reminding me, and I'm totally going to paraphrase it, and forgive me, ancient, long dead philosopher guy, because I have forgotten which one of you it is. Is it Kant? I feel like he's one of the K's. Anyway, there's a famous philosopher dude who did this really famous litany about like, hey, decide to have children, you'll regret it. Hey, decide not to have children, you'll regret it. Hey, decide to get married, you'll regret it. Decide not to get married, you'll regret it. And it sounds bleak, as many Stoic philosophers can sound. But really, the invitation and the opportunity there is like, listen, there's always regret when we cut off one path or another. When we decide something, our yes means a no to something else, right? Implicitly embracing that like there's no and this is hard for a Taurus, but it's like there's no single absolutely correct or right or best choice. The world is a buffet of fucking choices, and like the choices lead to other choices. But what we can do is make the choice that feels most aligned and true and exciting and like enlightening for us, rather than the one that like makes other people comfortable or maintains the status quo or whatever. There is something going on deep inside of you, kind of a baptism, kind of a rebirth. Ace of Cups, a new sense of self is actually what Spirit is saying. So it feels like for many of you, you are going through this major, major transformation and transition. You have support, you have stability. Beautiful card. Where you find yourself, 10 of Pentacles, family, protection, legacy, plenty of money and support. And if you are lacking in any of that, if you are a person, if you're a Taurus out there who's like, I do not have plenty of money right now, the feeling and the sense that I'm getting is if you need community support or family support or, you know, support from a partner or whatever, that's available to you, like financially or just resource wise. So please don't go without. I don't get the feeling that you will, but if you're any of those Tauruses, and I love me some Tauruses, but y'all can hold in your struggles. There are people around you who love you and want to support you. But it also feels like some of the boundaries, some of the rules, some of the structures in your life are getting a little bit chafy. The Hierophant is in the energy around you. Now, this is the Taurus card in the tarot, so it's a sign that you are in your power, but Spirit is just giving me the sense that you're feeling a little bit chafed by even the safety and the security and the sameness of things. It's like it's time for a change. And if you're feeling like I feel it inside, but I don't necessarily know what it is, then let's come back to trust. And Spirit saying, if you feel it, trust it. They've been talking to me a lot about redeveloping our instinct and our intuition. And that is what they are inviting you to. Like any conflict in your mind, any confusion about what it is that you should do next. It sounds strange, and I know that it's especially, listen, I have some heavy fixed signs in my chart, so I relate and I understand. It can be difficult to invite and accept the confusion and conflict. It's like, what does that mean? I'm already conflicted. I've already invited it, but it's like, no. It's allowing that to be, knowing that there is no one correct or right decision. The only way to make a right decision is, as Spirit said, to make a decision that feels like this is super aligned with me. My body, and Spirit is asking you to talk to your body, because that's where a lot of that instinct lives. My body gets excited or expansive or butterflies in the good way when I think about doing this, and it gets heavy or it contracts or it feels ill when it thinks about doing this other thing. Trust your body. It's trying to talk to you. That's what Spirit is saying. Sitting right behind you in your past. Temperance, moderation, taking care of yourself, taking it easy. Spirit is reminding me of one of my own, I have like a mantra for myself. My North Node is in Taurus, so I aspire to Taurus, which is what your North Node in your chart means. And slow, easy, organic, pleasurable. You know, so like I'm even doing it with like a heartbeat, like a nice slow heartbeat. Slow, easy, organic, pleasurable. And if it's not those things, then I'm doing something wrong. It doesn't have to be those things for you, Taurus, but those are my Taurus watchwords, so I thought that I would share. What are your watchwords? If it feels this way, I know I'm doing something right. You know, if I feel energetic or if I feel dopey and like stupidly happy, I know I'm doing the right thing. That kind of thing. Trusting yourself, getting back in touch with your whole self, meaning embodiment, right? Not just the mind, not just the heart, the mind, the heart, the body, the soul. Everybody invited to the table. Everybody's got intelligence to commit. So, where do I want to go next? Your future looks exciting. It looks like you're making a change. Let's jump to the key first, and then we'll finish up on your future. How's that? I already picked up these cards because I was like, what? Hello, excuse you. These two cards showed up right next to each other. As I said, you know, in the beginning, you got bonus cards. Spirit wanted some extra cards for you. These two ended up right next to each other in the key position. What a power couple. King of Wands, Queen of Wands, building an empire of fire. And fire, wands, represent spirit, energy, creativity, embodying and bringing an idea all the way to earth. Like, oh, I have this idea for a manuscript or a play or a painting or a YouTube channel or a book or whatever, and bringing it to fruition. A coffee shop, whatever. Who is your power couple? Like, who's your power partner? Do you already know them? Are they already in your life? Are you seeking them out? Is that part of this lover's conflict that's the center of your reading, asking you to trust and say like, hey, if you're questioning whether this is out there, this divine partnership is out there. Whether, you know, you're looking in a romantic or a business or creative partnership type of sense, if you are curious if it's available, it's available. This is a very activated and activating partnership, and it feels like you have some money dreams and some creative dreams that you want to make come true. This person is available and they're part of the key. Again, always let me know. Stories, questions, comments. I'm always curious if you already know them or if you're looking for them, and that's, again, that lover's choice for you. But now let's look at your future. Spirit wanted 3 cards. Spirit got 3 cards. The Moon, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Knight of Swords. Making a change based on an honest assessment. A quick change. That's the other thing. You know, Page of Pentacles is at the center. Pentacles are slow and steady. Pentacles are like, okay, like I'll plant something, I'll work it, I'll try to understand. Swords, the Knight is like, we know this, we're gonna do this. So once you know, go. The Moon and the Wheel of Fortune. This is the agent of change. But this is the really strong, massive energy here. The Moon is murkiness, darkness, understanding yourself. When Spirit talks about darkness, it doesn't mean anything bad. It means the unknown. What is in the dark? What's hard to see in myself? Certain needs, certain desires. In the potential position, a high priestess. She orients herself by the moon. She doesn't freak out in the dark. She's very comfortable there. She knows there's a lot of answers in the dark. There's a lot of questions in the dark too, but there's a lot of fucking answers. There's more answers than questions, Spirit is saying. So when you get with the quietest part of yourself, or the part of yourself that you are fearful to allow to exist. We all have it, right? Like, some of us are not allowed to be loud. Some of us are not allowed to be soft. Some of us are not allowed to be desirous, etc. What are you not allowed to be? What instinct or intuition or desire have you been maybe ignoring that it's time to get in deep touch with in order to make a massive and quick change in your life? If you are bored of the structures as they are, this is absolutely the right time to start making some different choices, to embody some Queen or King of Wands energy, charm, charisma, confidence, natural leaders, people who lead the way, people who show us the way. Open up to the love inside of you. Follow your fucking heart. Follow your intuition. Listen to your body. Trust yourself. And take this month to, if nothing else, learn how to trust yourself more. Sit with yourself, journal, reflect, and then act in accordance with those reflections. If you have a realization about the way that you behave in relationships, make a shift and then notice how the world and your whole ass reality responds to that shift. You are very powerful, Taurus. I hope that you feel it. Thank you for being here, Taurus. I hope that this was helpful for you. If you would like to help me out, like if you liked it, dislike if you don't, helps me learn. Subscribe if you vibe, send to a friend. I would really appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a reading or you want to support the channel, I have a Patreon where we do free daily tarot readings, monthly live call-in shows. It's really fun. All of the ways to hang out are in the box below. I appreciate you, Taurus, and if I don't see you in another video before then I hope I will see you in your March reading. Bye, Taurus.